The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau is working with President Biden to ban those so-called junk fees. They call the hidden fees unavoidable, surprise, excessive, and unnecessary. And joining us right now is Rohit Chopra, who is the director of the CFPB. And Rohit, thank you for being here today.
Thanks for being here, Becky.
All right, junk fees, I think it's a hard thing to find anybody who really wants to defend these fees. It's sneaky stuff. It's ways of trying to get consumers to pay more. What's the pushback that you've gotten from anybody, if at all?
Many of the firms have actually built a business model and their whole pricing models on how to obscure the upfront costs. Everyone wants to advertise it as free, but there always is something on the back end. So what we're doing is taking a series of steps, particularly in banking, to make sure that those fees, are history. We see an FTC proposed rule to have all-in pricing and no more junk fees across the economy. And I think it will make a big difference for people by the tune of billions of dollars.
What are the fees that you think of as junk fees? Because I think of things on my cell phone, like a bunch of little charges at the bottom, service charges, blah, 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 whatever.
Not that little. It's just like a third of the bill.
Right.
I
think of it with airline seats, getting charged to sit with your family, or, there's the airline tickets I think of as maybe being one of the biggest issues I run into these things with. Where else?
I consider it really any type of worthless service or a service that really doesn't cost anything at all to provide, or really when it's pushed on some sort of captive consumer who has no real choice. We've actually recovered hundreds of millions of dollars just in the last few months, and we have found so many. One, a bank was charging a paper statement fee every month. They weren't even printing it or mailing it. So a lot of this is going to happen through law enforcement. We've taken big action.
That just sounds like flat-out fraud. I can understand a bank charging me more if I want that statement sent home to me every month, because it is more expensive than just having me check it online.
This is another interesting part about what we're seeing in junk fees, is that sometimes they're not even providing the alleged service.
But is it wrong for them to charge a fee if they're sending it home? Because it does cost money.
If you're getting some legitimate extra service, right, that may be something. But we also want to look about, how is it priced? Is it through the competitive market, or are they just pushing it on you or hiding it?
Is the goal to remove the fees and effectively lower prices for American consumers? Is the goal to just make the whole process more transparent so that people know up front this is what the airplane fee costs, and by the way, you can't bring a bag on, if you want to bring a bag on, it's going to cost this much more? Is that what's the sort of philosophically?
Yeah.
In terms of how you think about approaching this, is it ultimately to try to lower the fees for American families, or is it ultimately to just make it more transparent?
Well, I think,
or you may think that they might have the same effect on each other.
They do. In many ways, we've already seen it being reduced by billions just in banking. I think here's the big picture. We want firms competing by providing great products, great services at a competitive price. We don't want them innovating on how they can actually cheat people or trick people. So if I'm an investor and I'm looking at firms today, especially in banking, I'm looking at that fee revenue and saying, is it going to be sustainable over the long run? And are we going to have a system that is really just going to allow this?
That sounds really good, but back to Andrew's point, I'm not sure that I understand in reality how it plays out. Does that mean that the airlines can't charge you for extra bags? I mean, I know that if I bring a bag, I'm going to have to pay $35 for the first one and $50 for the second. Or if it's over 50 pounds, you're going to have to pay the additional surcharge that comes with that. And if I'm a member of their loyalty program, I'm not going to have to pay any of those things. So
part of it is getting rid of the hidden part. You want it to be very, very upfront.
But what's hidden about that? I know all that stuff.
Well, in many cases you do, but I find many scenarios, and we've gotten thousands of complaints where it's actually tacked in on the very end. We just had a family come in to say that they went to a hotel and it was never disclosed the entire time, but they had a resort fee of about $100 for their stay at the desk. That's the type of thing that this proposed rule will help fix.
Meaning you can't have the resort fees, or you can't have it without advertising it?
Well, you have to show it all in. You have to actually say you can't.
That's a different. On the one hand, I understand getting hit late with a fee that you didn't know was coming. Or for a service that you were never provided with. That sounds very different than having a business that is built around fees that a lot of these companies do. Is it going to be illegal to have those fees?
Well,
it all has to be wrapped into the.
So, Becky, is it a legitimate service or is it not? So I'll share with you. we have found, for example, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, several others, charging multiple insufficient funds fees for the same single charge. We have seen them reordering the transaction so that they can trigger 3 overdraft fees instead of 1.
But overdraft fees are legitimate. You just can't do multiple charges on those.
Well, you have to do it in a fair and transparent way. So sometimes it's about showing and disclosing, but sometimes it's the way you're actually doing it behind the scenes. And the truth is, when
How often does that happen? Because I would be surprised if these banks were
Well, we've
doing
seen it go down
time.
by billions of dollars. And I think what happens is they start seeing their competitors doing it, and they see regulators who have sometimes been asleep at the switch, and then it becomes a race to the bottom, and that's exactly what we have to reverse.
What in particular on that kind of thing? What banks are you looking at?
Well, we're not going to disclose what our enforcement investigations are, but we've done big actions against Wells Fargo, against Bank of America, and against Regions Bank recently. That has totaled hundreds of millions of dollars. And we have just released some analysis showing that banks are actually cutting those insufficient funds fees by about $2 billion because they really see this is not even a legitimate service.
Rohit, what happens with the Supreme Court ruling looking at the CFPB? Because when I talk to people about this and kind of look through it, they say just the funding mechanism from Congress is the big question. That the way it was originally set up, you get your funding from the Federal Reserve, not by going through the purse strings of Congress. And that's what the Supreme Court is looking at. Are you allowed to get funding for an agency without going through Congress?
Well, the Solicitor General made her argument before the Supreme Court. I think many people are wondering if the CFPB is at risk, then the Fed would be as well. I think if you look at our history, we have had a situation where Congress decides how agencies are funded. Mortgage lenders across the country are worried that if all of the CFPB's rules are invalidated, how are they going to know how to make a loan legally?